AITA for ruining a proposal at a wedding? Sorry for bad grammar, format. I'm doing this on a phone. So, I, 27 meters, am a part-time DJ. I mostly DJ for just family and friends. I'm not really a professional. Just do it for a little side cash from time to time. Last weekend I got invited to DJ on the cheap at a wedding for a friend of a friend. At the wedding, while everyone was on the dance floor, one of the guests, we'll call him Kevin, approached me and asked if I could play the song Golden Hour. It was an odd request because at this time all the guests were literally hopping around and dancing, but I was told to take all requests, so did it anyways. When I started playing it, the dance floor started to clear up, and then Kevin invited a woman onto the dance floor. They started slow dancing for a bit. A few people joined them, including the bride and groom. Then at that one part of the song, Kevin got down on one knee, and I knew right away that he was going to propose. I didn't think it was right, especially because they were in the middle of the dance floor with all eyes on them, and I kind of felt like if this happened I would take the fault because I was the one to put on a romantic song out of nowhere. So instead of letting that happen, as soon as he pulled out the box, I started to play Boogie, and turned up the volume instead. After that, Kevin just side-eyed me and got up, and everyone else sat down. After that, nothing else really happened, and the tension was very thick. After the wedding, no one really brought it up, and I obviously thought that I wasn't the asshole, and the friend that was friends with the bride said that I wasn't. But then a bunch of the family started to message me. It turns out that Kevin was the bride's brother, and the family kept asking why I did that. I told them that proposing at someone else's wedding was not appropriate. They told me that I shouldn't have an opinion because I was just the DJ, and now Kevin got publicly humiliated because some people knew this was going to happen, so they were taking videos and live on Instagram so all their friends could see. I responded with, "That would have made the newlyweds hurt," but then they came back with, "You shouldn't have assumed that the bride didn't want that." That part got me thinking, because I was mostly communicating with the bride about arrangements, and she was very chatty before the wedding, but after that she kept giving me one-word answers. So I assume she is mad at me, but then again, when she paid me, she almost doubled the amount for what I was asking for, with a generous tip. So I am not sure if the bride actually knew. I think she would have told me. But AITA for just assuming? ETA. A lot of people said to ask the bride and groom. I did, but like I said, their answers were vague. Bride said it was fine, but it was probably just to spare my feelings. I didn't want to push because she clearly had a lot on her mind in the moment. NTA. A bunch of family may have known about this, but that doesn't make it okay. They plan to mess up the bride's day by hijacking the wedding for their own purposes. It was clearly not okay with the bride. The bride either didn't know or was coerced into allowing it. The double pay and the generous tip shows how happy it made her that you messed up this plot. To those who wanted to hijack the occasion, you're the villain. To the bride, you're the hero. Even if she can't publicly acknowledge it, rest assured, you did good. What if the bride was put on the spot and she's secretly happy you messed it up? Takes the pressure off of her and lets her have her own wedding? I think your bank account agrees. NTA. If the bride knew this was going to happen and approved it, she should have told you beforehand. Going with NTA. Your heart was in the right place. Protect the bride and groom's day. NTA. You didn't have time to ask the bride since he was going for it right then and there. NTA. On this day you worked for the bride and groom, not some guy that wants to propose during a wedding. If this was going to happen, you should have been told about it. It's pretty standard to absolutely not propose at a wedding. And you made the safest assumption. If the bride is upset, that sucks. But you made the right call. How are you supposed to know if it was planned? If the bride knew? If the bride was okay with it? If the groom was okay with it? Who the guy even is? You know nothing here. All you know is that it's typically inappropriate to propose at a wedding. And you reacted accordingly. If they're upset with you, they need a reality check. NTA. The DJ keeps the wedding moving. A good DJ keeps everyone on the dance floor and sets the overall wedding tone. Usually a DJ is given something like a lineup or a schedule. Here's what time the bridal party will enter the room and what song to play upon entrance. Here's what time the bride and groom will do their first dance to XYZ song. Here's what time people will do their speeches. And here's what time the bill will be commandeering the $20,000 wedding to propose to his girlfriend. You didn't get that in your lineup from the people paying you? Not the asshole. You don't work for Kevin or any of the family members contacting you. It's so ridiculously tacky and low effort to propose at someone else's event, not even just limited to a wedding. If she overpaid and tipped big, she's not mad. NTA. If the bride was in on it and okay with it, then someone should have let you know. For the future, let me tell you this. I work as a musician for events such as weddings. When the people are dancing and someone who is not the bride, groom, parents, they are sometimes the ones who pay the weddings, so you may respond to them. Or some organizer asks for a slow song. You know better. You say, "It is not the time. People are dancing and it will slow the moment," or something like that. Then they may explain why they want that. And there you say, "WOU will ask the bride or the groom is their event." And they decide. It doesn't matter if it's their brother, sister, cousin, etc. Families are weird sometimes. So don't trust them at first. We as entertainers are there to help. You did what you considered the best, so NTA. NTA. It's a dick move to make a major announcement at someone else's wedding. NTA. If this was a planned family thing, they should have told the person playing the music. If not, they risk majorly pissing off the bride by making themselves the center of attention on her day. The friend confirmed the bride wasn't mad at what you did, seriously implying she wasn't aware of what was about to happen. NTA. If the newlyweds want to host a proposal at their wedding, they should 100% mention it to relevant staff like the DJ whose song is meant to host the proposal. This was excellent quick thinking and customer service on your part. Consider that the bride is giving you one-word answers because her brother just tried to one-up her at her own wedding. Her entire family is on his side, and she's dealing with a ridiculous amount of family drama right now when she should be happily packing for her honeymoon and simply doesn't have time or the energy to give you anything more. NTA. I think you are actually the unsung hero. It should automatically be assumed that you do not take the spotlight from the couple who just dumped a small fortune to all get everybody together. If the bride and groom knew about it and were okay with it, they should have told you. Or the other couple could rent their own DJ and have their own engagement event. You don't just hijack somebody else's day. So good on you, sir. Good on you. Ha. The tip states that you are NTA. I would have been so happy if my DJ looked out for me like that. Thank you for making sure their day stayed special. NTA. I think the fact she paid you so much extra shows that the bride didn't want this proposal at her wedding. How tacky of her brother. NTA. Hijacking someone else's wedding for yourself. This includes proposing, baby announcements, etc. is a dick maneuver. Doesn't seem like the bride is that upset given the bonus and is possibly relieved you did it. Maybe she was pressured by others to let her bro do it and didn't really want him to. Having had my own wedding, I would have been pissed if anyone tried such a stunt. Family or not. NTA pretty sure the bride was saying thank you with the extra $. NTA I assume it as the family who is mad. But that the bride was quite happy you did this. If she would have been involved in the planning, she would have told you in advance about this important event. But she didn't, so I guess she wasn't asked. NTA they needed to tell you that it was okay. The people who hired you needed to give permission and not just assume you'd think it was fine. You did the right thing as no one needs to do this at someone else's wedding. NTA. I would have gone onto the mic too right at that moment and been all, hey everybody. Let's raise a glass to the bride and groom at their wedding on this special day to celebrate their love. Just to really hit the message home.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.